a gun this instant and send these toy makers to hell!
My decision about whether to stay or go. It took a lot of soul searching, but in the end...
Shut up, Klaus! Punt! Jump!
Oh god, he's in my old body.
Piss off, Stan! I'm doing this!
What are you looking at? That guy has my...
There's a hidden vault inside Langley Falls, and in it, American Dad scenes so wild, so offensive, so bizarre, that they were cut, scrubbed, and never supposed to be seen. For nearly 2 decades, American Dad has delivered non-stop chaos, from CIA conspiracies to Roger's 500-plus personas. But even a show this unhinged has limits. In those limits, they've buried some of the most outrageous content ever created for television. We're not just talking about scenes trimmed for time, no. We're talking fully written, partially animated, and sometimes completely finished segments that were pulled at the last minute. Some were deemed too violent, others too politically sensitive, and a few were just too strange, even for Roger. In this episode of Toonasticks, we're uncovering 13 deleted scenes from American Dad you were never meant to watch. From Stan gunning down Santa Claus to Roger becoming a cult leader. These scenes don't just stretch boundaries, they obliterate them. Some were leaked online, some live only in dusty animatics, and a few vanished forever, except for the whispers from cast and crew and behind-the-scenes commentaries. So buckle up. These aren't fan theories, these aren't rumors, these are real scenes scrubbed from the show's timeline until now. Let's pull back the curtain and dive into the dark, hilarious, and borderline illegal secrets of American Dad. Welcome to Toonasticks.
You.
What happened to me? What happened to you?
Oh, Klaus dared me to dress like Captain Stubing for 14 months.
And she dealt me.
Number 1. Stan kills Santa. In a scrapped holiday special, Stan mistakes a fake CIA Santa drill for a terrorist infiltration. He opens fire and slaughters a room full of Santas. Test audiences were horrified. Though it was fully storyboarded and partially voiced, the scene was pulled after early screenings. All that remains is one frame shown during a 2012 Comic-Con panel. Number 2. Klaus's Nazi past. Originally, Klaus was a volunteer for Nazi brain transfer experiments, not a victim. The dark humor didn't land. The writers rewrote it before airing, and the original scene was removed from some DVD versions after complaints from international viewers.
Help!
Then tell him you think it's a terrible idea!
Well, Klaus, we certainly still have the brain-switching technology down at the CIA.
Number 3. Roger's Doomsday Cult. Roger convinces Langley Falls to prepare for the end of days, only to trap them in a bunker and broadcast a fake apocalypse. The cult imagery got too dark after real-world cult news surfaced. Executives halted production during animation. Only concept art and rough animatics exist today.
Dance for me. Okay, that's enough. I've got what I need. You.
Number 4. Steve's Drug Trip. Steve experiments with hallucinogens in a parody of 1980s anti-drug PSAs. But the psychedelic visuals were too accurate, according to Fox censors. The animatic leaked in a Reddit AMA years later, but was never released officially. Number 5. Francine the Hitwoman. Francine was once a professional assassin, according to a deleted flashback. Set in Europe, the scene showed her eliminating targets with shocking efficiency. Network execs said it made Francine too competent and off-brand. It was pulled and the backstory rewritten.
He'll be back at it. Trust me, this ocean is lousy with whales. Now let's end this once and for all.
Number 6. Roger's surgery. In this unrealized episode, Roger fakes a terminal illness and tricks Stan into paying for surgery. But it backfires, and we get a graphic scene of alien organs being removed. The body horror crossed the line. Only a few frames were shown in a behind-the-scenes DVD extra.
I was nice.
Number 7. Stan's Vietnam War crimes. Stan's Vietnam flashback originally included a scene of him committing war crimes while suffering a PTSD episode. Too serious, too real. The sequence was cut and retooled into a lighter parody years later. The original draft leaked online, and it's dark.
Oh, that hurt! Ow! Ow!
What were we doing here?
Number 8. Roger as Jesus. Roger becomes convinced he's the second coming of Christ. He starts blessing neighbors, healing the sick, badly, and performing fake miracles.
This is sacrilege! You have no respect for this religion!
Hey, could you take it down a notch? You're ruining my buzz.
You're drunk?
Hell yeah!
Number 9. Haley's pregnancy. Writers teased an arc where Haley gets pregnant, and Roger jokes he's the father. Too disturbing.
That's right, lady. I'm challenging you to a dance-off. Unless you don't think you've got the moves.
Oh, I've got moves.
Number 10. Roger's alien family invades Earth. A surreal dream where Roger's alien family attacks Langley Falls was fully animated, but it confused test audiences who thought it was canon.
Temporal paradox. You're future him. So when you cut off your hands...
I'm only cutting off my own hands!
Number 11. Stan's CIA torture montage. One episode had Stan casually torturing suspects with upbeat music in the background. Originally aired internationally, but US networks pulled it after rising controversy around real-world CIA practices.
Maybe you should ease up on the staff a little.
No, you're paying good money for us to stay here. It should be perfect. I mean, look at these dirty floors. Whoever mops them should be beat.
Number 12. The Smiths' divorce. An alternative ending to a Season 9 episode showed Francine leaving Stan for her yoga instructor. It was emotionally heavy, grounded, and totally off-tone.
It is time to go.
To where?
To the other lighthouses.
Murphy Brown is right. There must be other light.
Number 13. Roger's nuclear disaster. In a scene completed just before the Fukushima disaster, Roger accidentally causes a nuclear meltdown using Haley's essential oils at the CIA. So, why were these scenes really deleted? Sure, some of them were too violent, others too offensive, but the truth is, American Dad has always danced on the edge of satire and shock. These 13 deleted moments weren't just cut for fun, they were deleted because they made even a show this bold say, whoa, that's too far. And yet, they offer a fascinating look into what the writers were really willing to do. A Stan that guns down Santa, a Roger who thinks he's Jesus, a world where Langley falls victim to a doomsday cult. These aren't just throwaway jokes, they've created risks that remind us American Dad is more than just alien gags and fishy sidekicks. It's a boundary-pushing machine that constantly tests what animation can get away with. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these deleted scenes do you think should have made the final cut? Comment below. And if we missed any hidden gems, tell us. And if you love exploring the dark, weird, and deleted corners of your favorite adult cartoons, then hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell right now. Because here at Toonatics, we dive into scenes you were never meant to see. And we're just getting started. More secrets, more scandals, more of the Tooniverse unfiltered. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.